Why do you want to invite me as a guest?
It's time for a new game at Midweek Point and Click. Spycraft, the great game, is an adventure CD-ROM game published by Activision in 1996. It details the attempted assassination of the President of the United States and the CIA and SVR attempts to save him.
Do you think our heroes, Special Agent Baltimore and Filthbag Steve, can save the day?
If they pull it off, they could become Big Boss.
Hello, welcome in. Midweek Point and Click, episode 1 of Spycraft. Spycraft is a, what would you say, like a tactical CIA ops minigame collection, FMV extravaganza, something along those lines?
Yeah, I'd say FMV role-playing, I guess not RPG role-playing, but yeah, role-playing action-adventure, adventure, puzzle.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones.
Many cool shit to be had. So this is a game that Steve and I played when we were much younger, or at least I played it with Steve when I was much younger. There is some, I would say, graphic violence in the beginning, if I remember correctly, but this is all like Balti Boy brain. I can't remember exactly what happens other than...
Yeah, I
something.
could think of 2 violence things at the start.
Okay.
Very similar to each other. Because there's the one you're probably thinking of, and then there's this more minor one earlier, very similar.
Okay, cool. Looking forward to it, I guess. Let that be a warning to people that are squeamish. It's probably not even as bad as I remember, but there is a gross scene at least.
It's pretty gnarly. I've seen it recently only because Giant Bomb did a playthrough, which is one of the things I want to talk about, because I used to think this is a very strong game. I'm a little bit worried just because the Giant Bomb guys hated it. And when they played through it, I was hoping they'd play long enough to get up to this point and then to get the rise out of them, which it did, but they still hated it. Even though they got to like the big shock part of it, which I thought would turn them around and go, oh, this is kind of neat. But yeah, that's not worried about because the Giant Bomb guys hate this game. To me, it was surprising to me because I always thought this was the strongest FMV game, especially at least of its generation. Like, most of them are kind of dodgy, and this one was the most well put together, I thought.
All right, I got to turn you down, Steve. You're too loud. All right, give us a second. You know what's really funny? I haven't changed any settings since last week. It is just the nature of OBS. But give me 1 sec.
That always happens.
Just doesn't make any sense. All right, we're turning you down. There we go. Steve is down a little bit. I'm closer to the mic, so you should hear me absolutely fine. There is no in-game sound in the game yet. It will start as soon as I hit new game. You'll hear a voiceover, so don't worry about it. Don't think that the game sound isn't working or anything. But yeah, welcome in Tongs. Welcome in Verdantry. Have you guys ever heard of this game before? I'm looking forward to it for sure. It's a bit of a change of pace. It's our first game since finishing Disco Elysium, which was a great game for sure. But 17 episodes in 55 hours. This one should be a much, much quicker game.
Yep. And this one's dear to me because I remember playing it. It was at a computer store. It was one of the like live because usually at the computer store the game section of the computer store that have several open computers just playing random demos.
Yep.
And this had one of the quote unquote puzzles. The puzzle in this was like it was more like you've got a photograph with various image analysis tools, and you've got a question you've got to make out. And I fell in love with it from that. And then I got the full game and wasn't disappointed.
Cool.
By it. So I have this fond memory of being just completely wet for it when I was a kid, and and it was everything I hoped it was when I played it.
Psycho, welcome in. Uwu to you. Can we get a Scoob Uwu? Oh yeah, by the way, we have I've changed the emotes around a little bit. Thank you, Scoob. Yeah, we've got some new emotes, rearranged emotes, and we've also got a few little channel point, not channel point, what do you call it? Chat commands as well. So you can find those downstairs. That's right. You got a little ramen face that's just, prime for the anyone that comes in and follows. There we go. Well, she's gone behind the post-it note. Sweet. Cool. All right. Well, what do you think? Do you think we should begin?
I think one more thing I'd say, just
Go
because
for
it's, I guess, hopefully interesting.
Yep.
There's two recognizable character actors in this, because there's one person I know his name. Can't think of what else he's from, but he's probably plays a spook a lot of the time. There's another guy who's a character actor called James Karen. He passed away a few years before, which is unfortunate. But he's known. I remember because I used to listen to the Gilbert Gottfried podcast, and he's one of those guys that we both have the same thing where there's certain character actors that they're the that guy actors. Like, people don't know their names, but they know them from sight because they're all in a whole bunch of different things, and may or may not even remember what they're from. So you've got that like with the Police Academy Scrooged guy.
Mike Haggerty is the guy that I always see everywhere. You're thinking of Bobcat Goldthwait. I remember that
stuff
guy.
like that where I remember I remember that character actor. I can never remember his name, and I remember just going, "Oh yeah, it's Bobcat Goldthwait."
Yeah,
and it's like, how do you know that? But
oh, he's great.
I've got my own stable of those where I somehow know the name of that guy actors. But yeah, but Gilbert Gottfried refers to the that guy actors, and he said the king of them is James Karen because people recognize him constantly, and it's always from different things. And they mentioned all these different things he was in, and all I could think of is I just know him from Skype. When I looked him up, I didn't recognize the name. Looked it up and gone, that guy, and I'd had the exact same reaction. But my thing was Spycraft. I could remember him from more than anything else.
This was James Caan, was it? Did you say?
Karen. So it's not James Caan because I know that guy too.
I have no idea who
James
it is.
Karen. So yeah, I reckon you'll have that guy actors.
Okay.
The main thing he's known for is Little House on the Prairie, which I've never seen.
Oh yeah, is he the dad?
Might be, but he's also, and I know it's a movie I watched at your place. One of the Living Dead movies he's in.
Oh, okay. I think I know who you're talking about, but point him out when you see him. Oh, we got the next target. All right, 1 second. Psych has redeemed a Agent 47 target. Let's do it. Let's see.
Your target is for Tango 47.
Oh,
Good luck.
Tongs! Tongs is done for. No? Well, you better hide. Get some banana peels out or something. I'm not sure why, but it's all my sound Stream Deck stuff is coming through my desktop speakers, so hopefully there's no echo coming through my microphone. Either way. One thing to note before we start is this game is so small on my screen. It's like a postage stamp. So there might be times where I'll have to look at the OBS preview window to play, but we'll see how we go. All right, let's do it. There is a voiceover that goes for a little while that explains what the great game means. I don't think the game is sort of like up its own ass saying that this game is a great game. I think it actually means something. But anyway, let's do it. And we'll Jesus, okay, and we'll start. Let's go.
Surgery is a dirty filth bag.
You want to know what I believe?
He is.
I'll tell you what I believe. I was there when JFK got his first look at those U2 photos. CIA is the eyes and ears of this country.
YouTube
And what we
photos, like
see
the
isn't
band.
always pretty.
Yeah, YouTube photos. It's Edge and Bono in a skimpy
Things
bikini.
never change. Murders are still running countries. Armies are still massing at borders. People are still dying. Some things the president shouldn't know.
I wonder if this is the real credo for the CIA.
For a politician, ignorance can be the key
I
to
I think this
survival,
text
so
is
the
written in
facts might be
the main lobby,
flexible.
like where the names are of fallen agents.
Maybe it's not all black and white, but the job never changes. We're on the front lines, deep inside an Asian jungle, 30,000 miles above Russia's nuclear arsenal. In the end, it's all about human assets. There'll always be an Aldrich Ames. The best you can do is to treat your people right and watch every move they make. Kipling called it the great game.
Oh, the great game. He said the name.
You want to win? Just remember one thing.
And he shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
A lie.
That's definitely engraved in the like CIA main lobby.
You got that tattooed on your buttock as well, Steve?
Yeah,
President
That's-
will sign a treaty in Moscow. Okay.
it's tattooed somewhere else, but most of the time it just says "and the truth shall." It only says the full thing other times.
You guys want to throw a filth bag Steve thing in there? I think he's been a dirtbag. Alright, so we've got our little briefcase.
Steve is such a filth bag.
Oh, he is. Brush, he absolutely is. Oh, we stopped guns and pointed at us. Okay. What's this? Oh, we got a lockpick.
Think so?
Oh, can't use that yet.
That's
Got-
firing neurons in my brain, but I don't remember what it is or what it's for.
Okay.
I think there's the either side of the briefcase. I think there's arrow buttons.
Command is double audio. I don't know how that's possible. Actually, give me 1 second. I think I can fix that. What were you saying, Steve? Sorry.
Are those arrows? I guess there's probably nothing else in them.
I think when you got
in.
inventory,
Yeah.
that's how you scroll through them.
Yep.
But we've only got the thing at the moment. Oh, you can hear the water loop as well.
I just only caught the start of that. That's crazy.
All right, I'm going to just quickly do a test of... We're going to give you a free target just to see if the audio is stopped coming through twice.
So we weren't part of that group that stormed Area 51. Oh yeah? But I don't think they end up doing it.
Okay. Let's see. What's this thing? Is this the save icon?
Steve is such a filth bag.
He is a filth bag. You're right. Oh, this is our internet.
Case Officer Thorne, welcome to Interlink.
I wasn't a filth bag thing.
Your
that was an
personal
actual
digital
thing people
assistant
did.
provides access to 4 critical services. Datalink, your connection to other government agencies. Newslink, access to the latest news. Weblink, your gateway to the online world. And Comlink, a mailbox and archive for secure communications.
Okay.
For details, use the Help button. You have a message waiting. Click the Comlink button to receive messages.
This reminds me a little bit of Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah.
Comlink. Ooh, that's good. Priority 1, Diddy O. Warhurst Eugene J.
I remember video emails.
Thorne, it's Warhurst. We've got a situation. We're building the team. Meet
That's
me
James
at
Brown.
Langley in the lobby.
I've got no idea, but Steve's going to help us out. He said that he's not going to spoil anything, but he'll give us the hints and push us in the right direction. All right, let's close the
I
PDF.
don't get. It doesn't go into the cyber thing. It's just that it's got the futuristic spy PDA. It's a little bit I think of that little video player as a little bit Mission Impossible, except it doesn't self-destruct the video afterwards.
Yep.
The transmission.
Hello, copper. Take my gun.
Like it's on the trust thing. Like we didn't.
Oh, former
I guess it's
CIA
like-
director.
Yeah, he's bringing us a consultant. KGB guy.
Do you reckon they could just make stuff up and goes, yeah, that's exactly how it was. It was so cool. Really, it's boring as all shit. Just reading dossiers.
Which is almost like any other consultant that's brought on. Like you just have them in name. Maybe they used a lot, but they could just get overridden by producers. But I think it's as cynical as like just talk shit. But I know they could be on a project and they just get overridden from everything.
Oh, I remember him from something.
They're all waiting.
Yeah, it's the one of the Living Dead movies, the one where the kids are in the graveyard.
Yes.
Partying, and he's one of the ones in the basement, like trying to deal with the things coming alive.
Totally. Yeah. Is he the guy you were referring to?
Yep.
Yeah. Totally. I know who he is.
Here we go.
Because of all the contraband you had, Saki.
Only when we managed to turn. Turned out to be the cousin of his wife.
All right, let's get started.
Oh, that guy
You
too.
all know Bruce Jeffries. We brought him
By the
back for this
siege?
mission.
Dun.
People,
On the Admiral's,
is
like in the
serious.
Admiral's table.
Gene and I have chosen Jeffries to run this op.
He sounds
He's
drunk.
drafted David Holt from the DI and Jamie Seaton from S&T as in-house support. He's
Let me
also
tell you
going
about
to
your
need a
family.
dependable operative in the field, which is why you're all here. Lang, Asai, Parker, and Thorne. Gene promises me you're the best of the new crop. Now you've got to keep that promise.
I'll make sure one of them does.
Oh, he looks like
I
an
want
asshole.
you all at the farm at 0600. Bruce has designed your regimen. Top performer gets the mission and reports back here for the full briefing.
Good luck.
Well, show some enthusiasm, good sir. All right, so we're going to do some sort of test. Is this we're going to prove our mettle, Steve?
Pretty much. Although, yeah, I think we're competing to be who's going to be lead of the team.
Is this paintball?
Yeah, this is the thing you were kind of scared of, but I don't remember it being tough.
Yeah. I guess, I think it's going to be like a light gun game, but I'm going to click them with my mouse.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it.
We'll see how we go. Do I get to try over if I fail? I am scared.
Pretty sure. But I think I remember it being hard, like, because it's just like people jump out, not in a way they would realistically, but like almost like movies. Almost like in the way that bad guys do in movies just to get gunned down by the hero, and you just have to click them.
There's no ladies that pop out holding a baby that I'll accidentally cap.
I'm trying to think, because there might be like no people. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, sounds good. The music, that's cool.
Yeah, this transition I remember being pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Hey, hut. Milkovsky. Let's do it.
Go on in. Frank will be with you shortly.
Okay.
Oh, you get to look around his office.
Oh, cool. Can we steal shit? It's a big gun cabinet there.
There's still all the guns.
Okay, so we can click on the arrow stuff. This is the standard point of what we
Yeah,
can't
I like
click.
Diamond is like a non-interactive.
Gas mask? Oh, you need gunshots already. Oh, here we go. What's this? Whether you call it compensation or venting. I need to read over this side.
With,
More compensation or venting or porting, it always gives the shooter better control, less recoil, higher accuracy, and faster second shot. Open your vents at 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock. 50 holes each. Remember, always use an extension. Don't vent the barrel itself. Okay, I won't. You just watch me vent the barrel and everyone will point at me and call me a goose. I think that's it. That's all we can click on. Oh no, here we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Ah, the old thinking man's pose. Hello.
Let's also the photos with prominent people.
Bill was the last guy from Ops to make it to
That's
the top.
that
This guy.
Dying breed.
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late. It's been one of those days. Name's Frank Milkowski, Director of Training. Got the other 3 started. Now it's your turn. Bruce wants me to start you with
same
image
guy.
analysis. I've got to attend to something, but if you follow the signs down the hall, I'll meet you there.
Who do you hire if you want a
Yeah.
military man? You get the guy.
Yeah, and they hated it.
They hated it.
Oh, Giant Bomb did. Sorry,
Oh.
Verdantree mentioned that Giant
Oh,
Bomb.
okay.
Yeah, probably done a bit of voice work. He's one of those real also that guy actors.
Image analysis. Hell yeah. Is this
Ah,
where we
so-
enhance?
Russian
Yeah, I think this
presidential
might be
candidate
the demo
Fyodor
I talked
Dubansky
about.
was killed today at the hands of an assassin. Dubansky
this-
was well ahead in the polls as of last week.
Well ahead.
The Russian media has raised the specter
That's
of mafia
much earlier?
involvement.
No, I think they show.
Dubansky's
Yeah,
closest
this
rival,
is the news
current
footage.
President
This is
Alexander
the
Polyakov, will soon be meeting with President
censored
Charles
news
Brooks
footage.
to sign the long-awaited N Treaty, which will essentially dismantle Soviet nuclear capability.
Okay. Thank goodness we didn't see the full thing. Because I remember you have to actually
I
find
think
the
they
gun.
wouldn't because I remember
right?
in Giant Bomb I was waiting for them to show the full thing.
This is
I
the
thought that'd be
latest in
cool.
image
Make them
analysis
go, oh, this is kind of
equipment.
neat.
If a picture's worth 1,000 words, these puppies will give you war and peace. Get somebody's license plate, cross-check their face. Hell, you can even see if they're an innie or an outie. What we have here is a series of puzzles.
What does that mean?
You've got a couple of surveillance images, and I've got a
I
couple
don't know
of
if I understood
questions.
it as a kid, but I guess
Use
funny
the
out.
image analysis
Indian out is
tools
usually
and your
the belly
noggin,
button.
and we'll see how you stack up against the others.
I thought it was the other part, like the girl part.
That'd be fucked up if it was. It'd be good if our character goes, oh, it's like a belly button. He goes, no, I was talking about something else.
Jesus Christ!
Buzz.
Scrub that.
Yeah, sometimes they come in on the weekends, use the image analysis tools.
Woo. All right, let's do it. Question 1. What is the license plate of the brown sedan? You will need to zoom and optical character enhance OCE functions. Use the report button at the bottom to send the email once you're done.
I guess this was the demo that talked to me when I was like the free demo I talked about in the computer store.
Let's do it.
Entering National
I remember this.
Photographic Interpretation Center.
Okay, this aerial shows a ranch house where some Mexican drug smugglers are having a little summit.
That high pass.
Use the zoom and the OCE to enhance the text on that brown sedan's license plate. It should be one of our DEA boys who sold out to the bad guys.
Okay, let's have a look.
think
Enhance.
this
Enhance. Oh, we can't. Hang on. There's no right click. Keep that in mind. God, where am I going to find this?
I've already seen it.
There's the brown sedan.
This
Enhance.
is a bit too much,
Oh, can we
but
go one more? No.
I used to think this was complete horseshit. Like, that's neat. That's because that's usually how it does in the movies, but it won't, where that wouldn't work in real life.
Mm.
And now totally they have AI tools that totally do this.
Yeah,
Almost
exactly.
like this level of precision from like fucking nothing.
It's like how all the sci-fi stuff comes to like cloning and stuff was a thing in the in the early sci-fi that could never be done, and now it can be done.
There's some things that like couldn't be done, but you could understand it being done. This was something that I would never understood how you'd do it.
All right, here we go. Yeah, not that good.
It's still like maybe still a bit too goofy, but I've seen a program where they used AI tools that did this kind of shit, where it's like you look at the image and go, "That's just 4 pixels. There's no way you can get something from that," and then it gets lettering. Like, yeah.
Okay, we got it. But how do we lock it in? Report.
Yep. I think
Opening
so.
email gateway.
Okay. Frank
Orchard Tree is a dirty filth bag.
Oh, he is. All right. According to the, can I move the window? I can't move the window. Hang on.
Yeah, you have to go cancel and then.
I can't cancel.
Sure.
Yep. Oh no.
I can't scrap backwards on the video, can I?
I didn't write it because I didn't expect this to come up. I'm gonna have to
what
guess.
About the top,
I think it's the top
right?
one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the top one. The top right.
Nothing we can do with the.
Message sent.
Okay. Hopefully it started with a 2. Don't
I
yell
mean,
at us.
Holy cow. You smoked that one.
Yes.
Damn. The side did near perfect, but you did even better. Bruce is going to be
Yeah.
real proud.
We clicked zoom in and then clicked OCR better than the other guy.
Sure did. Don't you forget it. Question 2. How many tanks in the area have their engines running? You will need to zoom in and overlay functions and compare satellite images with infrared data. Tanks are usually bigger and turrets are a dead giveaway. Okay. How many tanks have their engines running?
2 kinds of images here. The first one's a sat shot of a Syrian military base in the Bekaa Valley. Second's an infrared of the same place. Use the overlay to see how many tanks have their engines running.
This one I can remember the answer even without. I won't say because it will do the thing, but I can actually remember the answer.
Not sure how we can. Oh shit.
Okay, so one of the tricks is if you click overlay, it shows both images at once.
Select images to overlay.
Oh, okay.
Almost like roads and
Image 1
aerial.
and 2 blended.
Why would you
on your phone.
mix black with anything?
Yeah, no. That's weird because this maybe it does come up as a. This one might come up again, but it's weird because you sort of see that they theoretically could do multiple of these puzzles.
Yeah.
They don't. Maybe in this section there's a third one. I can't remember where they use 3 images, but
How am I meant to know if they've got a turret or not? It's like I'm gonna have to guess.
no. So you can't see them on the ones on the left.
Here, I would say that these are.
Yep.
Okay, well,
That's cheap. Which you can verify if you just if you switch to the regular view.
Okay. Oh god, I can't even see them now. Let's.
Select images to overlay. Image 1 and 2 blended.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'll check that last one.
Sorry?
Which one?
That
one.
I can't tell if that's a tank or not. It's just a bunch of pixels.
So click the regular view.
But it zooms. That's the thing. It doesn't keep me zoomed in.
Yeah, but then
It's over
here.
here.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is much better. And then I can just 1, 2.
Yeah, so you need infrared for the ones undercover.
Over here. Yeah, okay.
I'd also have to check which ones have their engines running. So you sort of
1, 2. Those 2 definitely did anyway. That's not a tank. That's a something
car.
else. These are too small. So I'm guessing it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I'm going to check to see if this one here is a tank. Oh, you can't really tell if it's a tank anyway because it's undercover.
Yeah, undercover.
I'm going to say it's 5.
But if you look in, if you zoom into it.
Oh, it's got a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 5 it is? You comfortable with 5?
No, it was 5 before you counted that one, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And the one between... You had 3 outside there before. Not those.
Okay, hang on.
So those 2
Oh,
together?
these 3. But did they have
no,
their...
they're not running.
They're not running.
There's no infrared.
God
And
damn.
that
I
one.
wish it
Oh.
would just stick with where it is.
Try the overlay and then look at it.
Yeah.
Select images to overlay. Image 1 and 2 blended.
1, 2, 3. Zoom out. Oh my god, this is fiddly. Is that one there?
No, that's... Let's keep zooming out. Center it before you count it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's not a tank.
Now if you zoom in onto that one.
I mean, I guess this could be a barrel. These 2
No, the
pixels.
top, I think it's pointing northwards. The turret's pointing northwards.
Oh yeah, this stick here. Okay.
And you could look at it normally. In normal vision, you see it's a tank. It's just a matter of is it running or not. Which actually you don't need infrared for that one because it's traveling along.
It looks like it's running because it's...
Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
heated. Even without seeing the heat. The fact that it's moving along the road means it should be running.
Yeah. 6.
Yes, it's obvious when you're seeing that view.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Like modern like devs would
Gotta
make
keep
it so
your
you
view.
could scroll around.
Yeah,
And-
there's that. This one would struggle with scrolling because it is a bunch of images. It's not. Oh, no, it's pixelated, so it is zooming in on the same static. It'd be high. Yeah, modern games would be high-res image that you're scrolling on.
Yeah.
It might not be the case for this one. It might be stitched together.
All right, let's report.
Opening email gateway.
Question 2. According to the surveillance, there are 6.
Message sent.
All right, Thorn, come on. It's the good.
Nice job.
Yes.
Maybe you'll make the Wall of Fame.
Maybe I will.
This is a new gadget from S&T. Very sexy.
It's called a camera.
If someone smashes the unit or steals the film, there's a chip in here that stores low-res backups. Downright sneaky, huh? We've got a camcorder in the works, but I'm not sure they've worked out the bugs. All right, time to get serious. Dead serious.
Yeah,
I want you to head out to the zone. Bruce and I will meet you there.
Welcome back, community. I know you had an ad break there. So basically what just happened is we got the 6 and he said he's going to introduce us to a new gadget, which is also known as a camera. And within the camera is a chip that stores low-res backups. All right. The zone. I think this is the paintball one, hey?
Yep.
Guess the camouflage people or something.
Okay, basic stuff. There's a squadron of men down there with one mission, to drop you. Shoot or be shot. Got it?
Best operatives rarely need to fire a weapon. When they do, it's just once. You miss, you die.
Here's your piece. Standard field sidearm modified to shoot a laser pulse. Try these new target tracking combat goggles. They track targets, isolate buildings, even generate real-time range readings. Use them to gain a tactical advantage.
It's the only advantage you'll have.
Remember, Thorne, targets are always hard. So use the double tap. Chest first to drop them, then the kill shot. Right between the eyes.
Brutal.
Headshots, kid. I've seen point-blank hits penetrate, curve around the skull, and shoot out the other side. When you want the kill, you go for the throat.
I remember that quote, actually.
I stand corrected.
I was thinking, what bullshit's
Now, make
that?
me proud out there.
Little bolty boys
Okay,
thinking, you
Thorne,
can't
your
shoot
piece
through
is
someone's
up.
head.
Here's
here
what
we
you
go.
gotta do.
Oof.
Although you
Head
don't
across the
that's
zone,
also flavor
and
text. You don't
fast.
have to actually do it for this game.
Display on your right.
You just have to click them.
That's an overhead view courtesy of our satellites. The light blue marker is you. The
Okay.
enemy is either red or yellow, depending on how dangerous he is. If he can see you, he's red. If you're not in his line of sight, then he's yellow. Now, green areas are vegetation. Use those for cover. Brown areas are elevation where the snipers live. The black area is open country. Get in there and you're asking for it.
All right.
Move forward quickly. Any guys line of sight? Move forward quick. Okay, so we're in the village. So that guy was red because he's on the sniper point. So we've moved into foliage, so he can't see us anymore.
Hostile detected.
Oh, where?
Wait for him to...
Got him.
Hostile neutralized.
Double.
Some McWarrior music.
Hostile detected.
Got him.
Hostile neutralized. Hostile detected. Hostile neutralized. Hostile detected. Hostile neutralized.
That guy just jumped into view.
Alright.
You have to make it to the White Cross.
Hostile detected.
Okay. There's a guy in here with us.
Hostile neutralized.
No, taking a hit.
Hostile detected.
Oh,
Can we reload? I don't even know if we can.
we should be fine.
Hostile neutralized.
We don't need to reload.
Also, try to be...
Are we on this?
Hostile neutralized.
Do we have to kill everybody? Is that the...
Click forward. No, to click forward, you just have to make it to the cross.
Okay. Because they were grayed out for a little bit.
If you can do that in the field, you'll have no worries.
Hell yeah.
All right, you're ready to move on. I've placed a radio beacon in
Fatality.
Your job is to locate, acquire, and return. Use the sat tracking in your goggles to locate the beacon. One more thing. It's not just some bogey out there. Our buddy Bruce is suiting up. He likes to test
Bruce?
his people. Personally. You've got
the
30
shoot him in the neck
seconds.
guy.
Then I set him loose. I suggest you budget your time wisely.
Okay.
Pay attention,
Oh,
Thorne.
we're
When
back
you're
in
close
it.
to that beacon, you'll start hearing it.
Hostile detected. Hostile neutralized.
Is it the White Cross still? Try and move into the White Cross.
We're in the right cross now.
Oh, maybe not. Oh, no, there it is. Bottom left.
What am... Oh, this thing. Got it.
Hostile detected.
Alrighty. Got it.
Hostile neutralized.
Hey, so I cheated. There's no rules in the field, kid. Just because...
Bastard. Did he get really killed?
Yeah.
There was nothing you could have done, kid. The sniper who took Bruce down was the
Cop
best I've
that,
ever
Bruce,
seen.
you prick.
Don't let him shake you.
Beaten bastard.
The company lost his
Fatality.
Bruce Jeffries would have made us proud. He would have made them forget the traitors and the sellouts, those damn shootings in front of our gates. Bruce Jeffries would have given us back our good name. But now it's up to you. You made it in here, you can make it out there. Settle the score.
Okay. I can do that. We can settle the score. Let's go to Langley, shall we? Oh, no, we got an email. Let's open up the
Case
email.
Officer Thorne, welcome to Interlink.
You're up, Thorne.
Without Jeffries, you're running this mission. Get to Sterling's office pronto.
Why is everyone so sad? He was an absolute dickhead. Okay, off to Langley we go. It was 47 that took him out, for sure. They had enough of his guff. Alright, let's go to Thorne first.
That's just your thorn. So that's just your office.
Yep, see if there's any cool shit in here. We've got some sort of flowchart.
Telephone.
First thing we do. No, we can't do that. Oh, hang on, maybe we have to pick it up first. Hang on, what is this?
Enter maybe? Or maybe speaker.
Yeah.
I know speaker's where you to click to start it.
Guess not. Doesn't want us to call the cops. Oh well. Alright, Interlink, we've already got that on our tablet.
Case
We'll
Officer
continue.
Thorne,
Yeah,
welcome
so I think
to
it's just, yeah, your
Interlink.
tablet thing, and then other apps will be added to it as you get them.
Controlled access authenticated.
Alright, let's go to the CIA.
Welcome to the Central Intelligence Agency.
Cool.
Power play compartment accessed.
Let's check the 201 files.
201 files accessed. Level routine. Seaton,
Oh, wow.
Jamie Ann.
Oh, she's from Star Trek?
Not too sure.
The Daba girl in Deep Space Nine?
Don't know. Okay, let's see. Who else have we got?
Holt, David Marcus.
Was he the guy that gave us the eye earlier? I think he might have been.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back.
Asai Alexis.
Knowing
Chevy
these,
Chase Road.
she's probably a martial arts expert knowing these kind of games. Like, you know, in Command and Conquer, that girl that can, the single character girl that can go and set bombs and all that sort of stuff. Can't remember her name.
Parker,
Oh no,
Reginald Lawrence.
This is the guy that gave us the eye.
Yeah.
He doesn't take no
I
shit
thought
from
this other
anyone.
guy.
Grayling.
Milkovsky, Francis Lawrence.
Okay.
Lang, Theodore Hewitt.
Jaguar. Where's us though? Our old mate
I
Bruce.
guess we're now, yeah,
Jeffries,
we're now
Bruce
his
Anson.
position.
Alias is classified. That's interesting. I thought that said Helmut Kruger for a second. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Warhurst, Eugene Joseph. Sterling, Peter Reed.
Okay. Pencil, stapler. I'm guessing this is a pen holder, not a wireless router. Floppy disk container.
I guess there's an in and out tray, but it's not interactable.
Yeah. DCI Sterling.
Another disaster for the agency.
What?
We can't afford this after Ames, and we certainly can't expect Sterling's help. Remember, he's a presidential appointee, not a company man.
Oh, it was her.
17 eps of Deep Space Nine.
Nothing is going to prove it to you more than what I'm going to show you as soon as... Afternoon.
Hi.
Unavoidable, sir. Thorne, Bruce was impressed with your performance, so I've decided that you'll handle the primary investigation, the one he was supposed to run.
Okay.
We found the weapon used in Bruce's killing. Custom-modified 30-06 with optical scope.
Oh.
No prints. Nothing. I put
Yeah,
Lang on it.
ROM.
Parker and Asai will follow up on other leads. Jamie and
He's
David
so
will be
drunk,
your
this guy.
internal support. The team will pool all its intel. I've also set up a back channel for private communications. Okay, here's the story. 2 weeks ago, the agency received intelligence from a well-placed source in Moscow, codenamed Birdsong. He predicted 2 assassinations. The first one, Fyodor Dubansky, a right-wing candidate for the Russian presidency. The
Okay.
second, our own president. And this intel was initially classified as B-, unreliable, and we didn't act on it. Here's B-.
Uh-oh. Watch out, guys. Looks like the dude that leads Cobra Kai. Yeah, that's as brutal as I remember it.
The band's dead. Russian taking serious competition in his re-election bid. Arkady Trebanov, an entrepreneur turned politician, will now get the conservative vote and build a coalition that could vote him into office.
Okay, Birdsong's intel is now A+, which means the president is in real danger. President Brooks is planning a high-profile visit to Russia. He's going to sign a denuke treaty, the first one with real teeth.
He wants to give Polyakov a boost.
Yes, but if this situation doesn't cool, I'll have to talk to the president about postponing. And that is a conversation I do not want to have. Now, Thorne?
I was getting excited.
Meet with this Birdsong and find out exactly what else he knows.
We can only reach Birdsong through dead drops. No face-to-face meetings. It'll take time.
Well, you're going to have to do better. I want any information Birdsong has ASAP.
Put a lot of good people in danger.
Danger's what they do, isn't it?
Why don't we analyze the video first? See if there are any additional clues, like who pulled the trigger.
Right.
I don't care however you proceed. Just get me answers and fast.
He doesn't care how we proceed?
Now this is my ass on the line.
Well, we have our orders.
Okay. Whew. Do you remember what the save button is, Steve? We don't want to lose progress.
Case Officer Thorne.
Nah,
Welcome to Interlink.
So it probably is a save button because that a load thing, didn't it?
Yeah, unless it auto-saves, but auto-saving wasn't a thing back then. Maybe report?
Opening email gateway.
Continue with the Eagle Shield assignment. Assess threat level of President Brooks. Ensure the safe signing and end the denuclearization treaty. There is no new intelligence report.
Message sent.
Okay, that was just me sending an email.
Okay, try right-clicking anyway.
Right-click does not work.
Okay.
Congratulations, David Holt. Thorne, congratulations. You're gonna... Wow, it's got this comlink stuff in the background. Change screen. You're gonna do well out there. I can feel it. Of course, now's the time to get cracking. I'll be around to help with the intel you gather. You should look over the intelligence on the authorized access page of our data link. The general reference dossiers may be especially helpful. As always, Operations Manager will also keep you on top of things. Thanks. Oh, the help. Maybe you're right, actually. Oh.
Mission directives for Case Officer Thorne.
Quest list.
Report to Langley, urgent situation. Report Frank Milovsky, Sterling's office. Okay. That's so small. What do we got?
The lights on mean they're complete, so we don't have to worry about it. I was thinking that was stuff we did.
Okay. Alright, so these are the things we did, and these are the things that will be written until we do it. What's this?
Mission directives for Case Officer Lang.
Oh, okay, so we can see their quest list as well.
Yeah.
Investigate the weapon used. Yeah, I remember this one. Something about needles is what I remember, but we'll have to see.
Mission directives for Case Officer Asai.
Ooh.
This is Case Officer Asai. I've just returned from Walter Reed, where the FBI's medical examiner went over Bruce Jeffries. The bullet that killed him was run-of-the-mill. Very ordinary.
Oh.
I think the shooter wanted it that way. Anyone could buy this ammo at a slew of gun shops in Virginia or Maryland. In other words, the trail is already cold. I'll keep digging.
Virginia.
Asai, out.
Okay.
Mission directives for Case Officer Parker.
Case Officer Parker reporting. I'm about to meet with Owen Pearson of our Moscow station regarding someone he's been trailing, a Rajiv Jalabad. Lovely person, that Mr. Jalabad. He's been connected to 3 Tel Aviv suicide bombings in the last 6 years. At least now we know who talks those idiots into it. Jalabad is a real live terrorist, an illustrious member of the FBI's top 10. I'm honored. Question is, what's he doing in Moscow? I'll continue to update you on my progress. Parker out.
Thank you, Parker. Did Lang have anything? Nothing. Nothing there, nothing there. Ops manager?
Younger. Patricia.
Hello, Patricia. Alias is Aunt B.
I guess because she's should be an office person, not a spook.
She reminds me of Peggy from Mad Men. Steve. Assassination imagery. Oh, great.
Thorn, I've put the Dubansky video up on the link with some tools to analyze it.
Excellent, Psyche.
Gotta run. Aside
Would it
on
be
the other
Alpha?
line. What's up?
Kennedy assassination tools will create a 3D model from the stills. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely her. And once you hear that voice, it's like, yep, that's definitely her. Also, I remember I just had this memory unlock of a lot of her videos end with her suddenly getting a message and going to the computer and going, "What's up?" Like that happens over and over.
For the ops manager. Is there a way? Oh, hit the
Yeah,
receive.
Sabo girl. When she marries Rom.
No new emails. There must be something in here, surely.
To do what?
To save.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So click out this.
I can't. I think it crashed. Oh.
Hopefully it hasn't.
Yeah, hopefully it hasn't indeed. I can't even move the mouse anymore. I'll alt out of it and
So it looked up how to save, but it might not be doable in this PDA. So you just had to exit.
Cool. Okay. Let me quickly check Task Manager. Oh no,
There it goes.
Oh, whew. All right. How do we do it, Steve? Quick before the shit gets real.
Like close the PDA.
Okay.
Right click.
Ah.
Yeah, I just looked up there was a two Steam forums on like, how do I save?
Yeah, thank cripes. All right, let's see if it's yes. We got thank cripes. Okay, cool.
Because yeah, that's because that worried me because it's like I could easily see its attempt to go online crashing in a horrible way.
Well, there wouldn't have been online. Like, what would that have done back in the day? Nothing, right? Like,
well, back in the day, I didn't have an internet connection. That's what I really wanted because a lot of these minigames, they'll have one instance it, and by the time you finish it, you'll have learned how the minigame works. And I was desperate to play more of them. Like, I wanted to play like the image analysis one with different scenarios, but and apparently there was a little bit more content if you went online, but yeah, I never managed to do it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So online wasn't an actual thing. Interesting.
Yeah, I like it personally wasn't, but I just remember you could do it. And then by the time I got online, I clicked the thing, but it wasn't working. The service had gone down, I assume.
I mean, we're back where we started. Oh. Agent Birdsong. I've tried to contact you in many ways. I am risking my life now. These men, these mafia, as they are called, are becoming too strong. They are never satisfied. Why is this person screaming in the email too? All caps. They want more of everything. More money, more power. They are my people, yes, but they are ruthless. They carry traditions for centuries. They are too proud to be criminals. They are thieves who profess the code. You cannot stop them, but I must tell you that my contact with their cabal... Mafias have cabals? Says to me that they'll take their life in Dubansky, who wishes to be president of Russia. Okay. Same thing? Okay.
Yep.
Thank
I think I saw where we can because on our to-do list there was like go to Moscow, I think, which I thought that was going to be a future quest. Because I thought, oh no,
We've got cat. Oh, this must be the
Yeah, we've
3D
got
analysis thing.
yeah, this is the thing that Giant Bomb especially hated.
Kennedy assassination tools demo.
The
Please
view
wait.
window displays the virtual camera's perspective.
Okay.
The blue area is the camera's range of sight.
Okay.
Zoom functions are available on both the camera and the 3D model. Use the zoom to isolate impact points and bullet holes.
Okay.
Connect bullet holes with the trajectory pointer. The Kennedy assassination tools will complete a trajectory.
Sweet. Sounds good.
Isolate the origin point of the trajectory and locate the assassin.
Hello.
File accessed. Dubansky assassination. Compartment level. Critic.
Okay. Link to cat.
Building crime scene model. Red Square. Moscow. Local time 11:13 a.m.
This is really, really hard. It's so small.
Would be, yeah.
If you can see something that I can't, Steve, because yours is zoomed more in, you just let me know, okay? This
Yeah,
guy's
'cause
good.
I've seen the two things we want, but it's hardly that's knowledge of what they look like and where they are.
Is this thing where they were standing?
Yep, so that's the glass thing.
Oh god. I'll zoom out here. Well, it has to be here because this is where they got shot.
Yep.
What's this mix and match button do? Do you remember?
That'd be when you find the person. Mix and match is like the police. It's like that. You make a face of the person.
Oh, we can move this window around. That's nice.
Okay, so maybe it's too small. So if you turn left a bit, so should I guide you a little bit? Cause
Yeah,
it
yeah.
might
If
be-
you, oh, there's
just because of the
holes.
window side. Yeah. Yep.
So what do we do? Mix and match this?
Okay. No. You can basically click that just to see what it does, but it's not for that.
Oh. Well, this is cool.
Linking to Office of Information Resources.
Yeah, it's not coming through. Maybe click introduction to have it.
Okay. Directorate of Operations for the Case Manager Officer Thorne. Analyze captured stills in the source of the video file, the Bansky assassination. Identify possible suspects using a mix and match. Create a rendering of the suspect, the program facial features. Select a feature, scroll bars.
The Magnus Bansky system.
This is going to be very, very difficult if I don't have a picture of the person to compare because I can't.
Yeah. You're supposed to do this after you find the guy.
Okay, but when it comes time, you're going to have to help me with this because I can't picture what a person looks like after the fact. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I sort of remember it being side by side.
Okay, if it's side by side, then we're okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Mix and match system initialized.
Yeah, see, it shows you where your camera was and
Sweet.
the
Okay.
face you're making up.
That I can do.
Don't make that face look like a bunch of bullet holes.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, we want to
Virtually.
back out of this because we want to.
How do we back out? Where's the back out? There's no back out.
Try back on the navigation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, cool. That's how it works. All right.
Okay.
So we've got bullet holes.
Yeah, so remember, basically just, so you see if you zoom in on the 3D model.
Oh, like that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so just, I guess that's actually good because it marks out where it was.
Yeah.
So just
beautiful.
remember that it's at the bottom left corner of that window.
Bottom left. Gotcha. All right. Let's move the
So you want to look for a second impact now.
Shouldn't it be... Bullet holes came through here. So are we... Let's zoom right out. Over here somewhere, I'm guessing. Gotta move this out of the way.
Not yet. You're still looking for bullet point packs, so it'll be on that side.
There's a blue thing here.
Yeah, that's showing you field of view.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh god. That's impossible to tell if there's bullet points over this way.
Okay, there. So try zooming in there.
Is that? Oh, that is a bullet point.
Yeah. So
Oh,
basically,
right.
what's happened is the bullets have gone through the screen, and then hit behind.
Oh no.
Yeah. So try dragging.
Oh, it's drag. Okay.
Yep.
Makes sense. All right. Now. Oops. Zoom right out. And then. Not quite.
Okay. Yeah, might be a little bit off.
Now that I know what I'm doing, that's fine.
You probably just have to get find the screen bullet impacts. You know those are just on the left, like there. So
I
those
fucked
are
it
easy.
up. It's lower.
Yeah. Then also you want that. Oh yeah, so that's perfect. So you got from the bottom left, the very corner the bullet impacts were.
Down here?
So it's the window you've got, so there's that square. You want the very corner. Because you've gone in the middle of maybe a little bit more to the corner. Like where those two lines meet, yep. And
Alright,
then...
let's have a look. Oh, here he is. Oh, there he is.
Yep.
Oh, we can't enhance more than that.
Yeah, I think we have to go from that.
Gonna have to go from that.
That should be easy.
Oh, I'm sure. Okay, let's mix and match.
Mix and match system.
Oh, that's better.
Initialized.
Yeah, that's way better than what it was. Hey, looks like him, just there. No changes. Maybe a bit of hair.
I sort of remember that.
That's
My nose is a bit
definitely...
different.
It's the second one. It has that. Yeah. Let's check the... I mean, that looks pretty good.
Eyes are hard to say.
Let's see what we've got. Oh, that could be it. The Alex Navarro eyes. Oh, that looks good too. I don't think it's that. Part of me thinks it's this one actually. Oh, but his eyebrows aren't like that, so we're incorporating the eyebrows as well.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, those eyebrows they sort of
Yeah.
fade away, like 2/3 of his eye.
Yep.
Alright, what do we got? Nose. That's definitely in the maybe pile. Oh, that's pretty good actually.
No, that's very flat. That's like flat and wide.
Oh, that. He's got the point nose at the bottom.
I guess so, yeah.
We'll put that in there. Oh. That could be it too.
I just think of his nose as thin, but then it could be just they're drawn weird on the sketch.
Yeah, I think it's a flat
Yeah,
mouth.
thin and pursed, yeah. I've also got the hair, eyes. Okay, there's no way you know the colour of his eyes, but
I don't think it's... Oh, the colour. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I guess it might be right there, because
Yeah. The only thing his eyes is, to me, is looking a bit... Maybe I'm going to just redo that again. Nope.
remember the eyebrows have to match. That's the main thing.
That's pretty good, though. That's as good as we're going to get, right? What do you think?
Yeah, that or the first one of the eyes, but yeah. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm surprised we don't have to move the hair or something, but does look brown.
Oh, there's
Oh,
also
the hair color.
There's also face shape that we didn't do.
Oh yeah.
Well, that could be it, maybe.
Yeah, because the starting one looks pretty strong, but
Or
that's
that.
actually some of those look pretty good.
I think it's that. The jaw is the same.
Yeah,
I'm confident with that.
I think we'll do a search.
Abby's playing disco right now. Excellent. That could be some fun to watch
wow.
while working.
Searching.
A little
Match
Robocop
found.
thing.
Got him. Is this... Oh, I don't think that's the same dude. Maybe.
Kinda looks different, but I remember that being the guy.
Okay.
On Disco Elysium.
Okay, now what do we do? Info.
Phillips, Thomas Jefferson.
He looks like an actor as well that I've seen in stuff.
Looks like Nels Crane to me a little bit.
Oh, did you see that they're doing Frasier, a new season this month?
Wasn't that a joke?
No, I saw a trailer for it.
Oh.
Pretty sure it was a trailer or like a little teaser thing. She was adamant on her opinions on that in Game of the Year. Like, as in she didn't like disco? Is that... I don't remember. Okay, let's see. Report.
Opening email gateway.
Team Eagle. Assassin ID. Team, I found the assassination by reconstructing the trajectory. The assassin was Thomas Harmonica Phillips.
Message sent.
Hell yeah. I don't know where the harmonica came from because that's not in his...
Yeah, it's classified. I remember it being harmonica too.
It's just like I give him a nickname.
It's classified in his file.
Fucking Harmonica Steve over here. Okay. Receive.
Like if they went, how the fuck did you know his codename was Harmonica?
A frightening find. Thorn, in the middle of yet another briefing with the Senate Intelligence Committee. I'm in, rather. I'll go over here. What you have uncovered signals a disaster in more ways than you can imagine. An ex-CIA man assassinating a foreign political figure is alarming enough. It's really hard to read with the image in the background. What's worse, other assassins might miss an attempt on President Brooks. Thomas Harmonica Phillips won't. He was Frank's favorite son before Bruce Jeffries. He has the knowledge and the skill. I've alerted David Holt. He'll be contacting you. Meanwhile, I'll keep the senators at bay. Okay. Monica's history video. Hell yeah.
Saw your notes on Harmonica. He was the best damn weapons op I ever saw. Take out a target with a rusty spoon if he had to. A real perfectionist. He did the jobs you never get commendations for, if you catch my meaning. Harmonica's one of the few who could have made that hit on Jeffries. You better watch your back.
Identify the assassination weapon.
Hey, Thorn. I'm on my way out. Need to brush up on my skills at the farm. But I just want to say, excellent job on the cat.
Thank you.
I zapped the harmonica stuff to Parka, Asai, and Lang. That ought to keep them busy. Unless you find him first. Of course, there's something else on your docket. Max Foster, who runs our Moscow station, just called me. She says the assassination scene is a zoo. They can't even find the bullet that killed Dubansky. I'm betting Harmonica used a stealth projectile, one that doesn't leave a trace. Also, not one witness reported hearing a shot. Even people in Dealey Plaza heard shots. Warhurst had me open a compartment called Pinpoint. It's all about stealth projectiles, and it's on the workstation in your office. Use the IA to figure out what kind of bullet was involved. Then we'll know which weapon Harmonica used. Good luck.
What if he used music as his weapon? He shot harmonica projectiles out. Something
Or
like
there's
that.
that thing that people bring up, which is like shooting someone with a arrow made of ice.
That's
No
what I
weapon
thought for a
disappears.
second. Either that's a memory or that's just
That comes up a
same.
lot. I've seen that multiple people talk about that being the perfect crime. There's no murder weapon. It's like, oh, I don't necessarily need a murder weapon to convict you of murder.
Wouldn't they find like water in the wound or something?
Yeah, there's that too. That would, yeah.
So what's this
There's
doing in
that.
here?
They'll probably see freeze, like there wouldn't actually be freeze burns, but
Case
or cold
Officer
burns, but
Thorne, welcome to Interlink.
That conversation you guys are having, Tongs and Verdantry and Psycho, it reminds me of I think Voidburger was very much the same with any of the Her Story dev games. No one was allowed to talk about it in the same way. All right, let's see. Close PDA. Pinpoint.
Welcome to S&T.
S&T.
Clearance confirmed. Compartment pinpoint accessed by Case Officer Thorne.
This is what either a liquid
Yeah.
projectile or needle packs is what I remember. Something like that. We'll go through each one.
might as well go through all of them just to do
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I think your memory's helping.
Primer, casino, is it no casing?
Casing.
It's so small. Powder,
Powder,
wad,
wad,
shot and shell.
Shell.
Okay, fair enough.
I should maybe say aloud some of these things because I've got a better resolution.
Weapon.
Shotgun, type 12 gauge shotgun, range 15 meters. Experimental characteristics: buckshot is composed of calcium-based trace elements, which dissolve immediately after impact. Okay, so the projectiles will be gone. Fits that. Mimicking organic components. Upon detonation, pellet fragments calcify, rendering them virtually indistinguishable from bone fragments. The detonation charge creates a distinctive and piercing high-pitched noise. Okay, so it's not. It's invalidated
no one
itself
heard
from
it,
that.
so it's definitely not that.
Yeah, history. The prototype of the Requiem was reputedly developed by MI6 to be used in standard issue 12 gauge riot shotguns because the ossification of the fragments makes positive identification of a shotgun wound virtually impossible. MI6 began using this round in unsanctioned counter-terrorist strikes against Irish nationals.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah, there's no way that Harmonica Stevens or whatever his name was shot a politician.
Also a shotgun, yeah, from a distance.
Exactly. All
Just
right.
buckshot that maintains its thing that well.
All right. We'll go back. Exploding projectile. All right.
Yes, data system, might as well go to source. Primer, ally casing, powder, secondary propellant, retracting stabilizers, shell casing, solid explosive, percussion detonator.
Wow. Okay.
I think that's going to fail on all counts.
His head did explode into bits, though.
Yeah, that's true. Weapon, Cypher 22, Type 22, rifle or pistol, any make. Varies by weapon. Though the 22 round is small and slow, the Cypher bullet makes a particularly deadly weapon. Because of its low velocity, the projectile is guaranteed to enter the target and not exit. The Cypher's magnesium or nitroglycerin composition flashes instantly and violently upon contact with any bodily fluid. Discharge is silent. The Cypher uses compressed air instead of gunpowder, but the chemical reaction, it's like the No Country for Old Men, but the chemical reaction of the magnesium creates a low hum upon impact as the target burns from within. History reportedly surfaced in Iraqi Republican Guard during the Persian Gulf War, detailed in an unconfirmed Mossad intelligence report in 1992.
Okay. We know this isn't it because there were bullet holes behind, so...
Yep. And so whatever it was got stopped. Also, it seems like this is a single bullet. Oh, yeah, we got image analysis.
Oh, yeah.
Don't think there's much to see, though, is there? Other than just, multiple impacts.
Yeah.
Oh, OCE. We could do OCE, I think.
Oh.
Yes, doesn't do anything.
Lovely. Okay. Let's go to liquid projectile.
Okay, primer, case, powder, bi-density polymer, nitrogen.
Okay.
Weapon, the cool hand. Type, sniper rifle, range 120 meters, 1,200 meters. Experimental characteristics: the cool bullet is composed of frozen liquid nitrogen by negative 196 Celsius, which dissolves and evaporates into colorless, odorless, gaseous state shortly after discharge. The cool hand refers to the unique clip that can keep 2 rounds at the required -196 Celsius for up to 6 hours. History, although its report is notoriously loud, the extreme long range allows the marksman to be sufficiently far from the target to make locating him difficult. The cool hand is used openly by several branches of the US military, Army Rangers, Marine Corps, Recon, and Navy SEALs, but the cool hand clip and nitro rounds' existence have never been confirmed.
Okay, it's not that because it's too loud.
Yep.
Okay.
I like the reminder of, because they do the positive side of, or they do the positive spin of spy stuff, but that little reference to this is used by the MI6 against Irish nationals. It's like, it's just a reminder of it's usually used in fucked up political situations.
Yeah.
Okay, needle pack, magnetic phase charge coupling, carbon fiber head, superconductive helicoil, non-conductive carbon elastomer, negative charged alloy casing, charged high conductivity wad, phase change capacitor, vent, positive charge base, polarized mercury, semi-hard gel casing. Tell me about it.
Semi-hard, eh?
Yeah. It's not quite there yet.
Time for a bloody hard off.
Weapon, pulse electric gun, the peg. This is all together tricky. Type, electric phase charge, change. Capacitor range, 1 kilometer. Developmental characteristics, the peg cartridge contains a quantity of liquid mercury. The weapon is fired, generating a massive electric charge that polarizes the mercury. The charged mercury is suspended in a solid state, forming the lethal needle pack. The projectile is then forcibly ejected when its negative charge is repelled by the magnetized barrel. On impact, the needle pack projectile loses its charge with tremendous destructive force. The peg is a silent kill weapon, creating no audible report. History, currently in development at agency contractor Info Science Limited in Alexandria, I guess that's Virginia, I think, VA. The peg makes a silent kill nearly foolproof. Completely unrecognizable as a weapon, the peg's stealth would make it an unimaginably dangerous asset to the terrorist community.
Well, I think we know what gun did it.
Yeah, might as well keep going through them, but that
Okay.
fits the bill. Silent, 1 kilometer range, and a whole pack of needles.
And it's like a rail gun in a sense.
Yeah.
All right, hardened tip.
Yep. Primer, case, powder, hardened swag, porcelain insert.
What do you mean, Tongs, by a video game gun's hard off?
Oh, so it's like
Oh, full hard off.
the
Gotcha.
lightning.
Oh, that'd be good.
I guess what would the questions be? That range would be huge, but what would the questions be? Like, what is a lightning gun in Quake called, or something like that?
Yeah, well, isn't the lightning gun called a lightning gun in Quake?
Might be, because I don't know any other name.
Or it might be something like, which game is the BFG 9000
Yeah,
from?
or what does the BFG stand for?
Oh, they could.
But
Well,
they had to do the clean version, because there's 2 versions of what it stands for.
let me tell you, in the audience of Hard Quiz, Tom Gleason, the host, is swearing constantly, dropping the F-bomb constantly. He dropped the C-bomb one time. It was
Wow.
very
So
very funny.
does he do that thing? Because I always like when people do it, is where he's trying to entertain the audience between film sections.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, that's always good when they do that.
The amount of time that it actually has like downtime where either he or there's an audience hype man that will sort of get everyone to sort of either cheer or just ask questions to him or Tom. And yeah, you can ask them anything. And it was so weird. I may have said some of this. I didn't say it all, but during question time, I asked Tom, I said, has anyone had a quadruple hard off yet? Because I haven't seen the entire series yet. For those that don't know what a hard off is, it's basically when you've got the same score as everybody, and to determine who's the winner, you have to do a closer to kind of question. There's been there's a triple hard off that we've seen where 3 people have had to try and get closer to one number. So I asked about the quadruple hard off, and this lady in the front row, later on, like I think an hour had or maybe 45 minutes had passed, and we'd come back to this sort of question time in a different segment. And she turns around and goes, does nobody find it extremely funny that the guy that asked about the quadruple hard off before, like talking about hard ons or whatever, she had no idea what a hard off was, so she thought that this would be like a moment to say, like, to try and push it back on me. And then Tom's like, hang on, if you don't know what a hard off is, you've never seen the show before. And then there was this whole sort of him hanging shit on her for a bit. It was very good. There is
a
100% certified.
I think there's multiple shooting ranges, but I did go to one when I went to Vegas. It's run by Marines, and I shot. It's not technically video game guns, but I shot an AK-47 and a silenced MP5.
Look at you.
I know.
Steve the Killer over here.
I felt a bit bad. I felt a bit better at least doing a silenced MP5 because it's like they're all army. Oh, not necessarily army, but defense force guys. But most people that come in want to shoot an AK-47, the Russian weapon. And so I'll throw in an American gun in there as well.
Did the silenced because they always say that silences in real life aren't actually silence. To the point where you can use it indoors and it doesn't deafen you, but you can still hear it very loud. Is that the case?
You'd hear where it's coming. Yeah, you'd hear where it's coming from. It's not loud at all, but you can still hear it. Like it's exactly what I sort of thought in my head.
Yeah.
Because I knew it wouldn't be like in the movies. It's like.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like tapping paper kind of sound.
Yeah, someone will hear where it's coming from in a room, basically.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right, here's your 7mm.
Yeah,
China
most
doll.
common and most iconic as well. Weapon China doll 7. What's that?
I think with the AK-47, one of the huge things about it is you could actually use different ammo types, or like brands of ammo or something. Whatever it is, it's versatile in that factor as well, which made it really effective. Go on.
There's that sort of huge spiel from Lord of War, but it's like, you can drop it in mud, run over by a tank, and you pick it up and it'll shoot without jamming, and incredibly hardy. But yeah, there's I sort of felt because when I came back and the guy said, "Oh, what'd you shoot?" I said AK-47 and silenced MP5, and he goes, "Oh, I won't say that to everyone," but he goes, "Oh, nice, well, nice choices." But the one thing I remember was, I guess the two things. I think one of them said on stream, but one of them was two of them were taking the piss out of each other because one was Navy, the other was Army, and I thought that was kind of cute. Like saying the other person's not a real soldier, sort of thing, or at least they're lazy or something like that. It was a little bit of back and forth. But the thing I remember, I think I've said on the stream before, but it was like the main area was after, because I had a little look around afterwards, and there was just merch everywhere, and it's all that Americana. Like, it's a little bit full blown when you first walk in there. And then looking around, and a group came in, and the guys, as soon as they came through the door, started singing the America Fuck Yeah song. And I just had this thing of like, it'd be a nightmare to work here just because you'd hear that fucking joke every second person that comes through that door probably says the same fucking joke.
Yeah.
It'd make me want to shoot myself with one of the guns they've got tons around too.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, also I wondered because like there's usually high security in those, but their version of security was I was free to shoot them, but there's a Marine behind me all the time. And I don't know why, maybe it was a certain weapon, but at one stage he had a hand on my shoulder while I shot the thing. I guess to make sure I didn't do anything weird.
Okay. All right, tell us about the China doll, Steve.
Okay, weapon China doll 7mm. Type 7mm parabellum bolt action rifle, range 400 meters. Okay, that's a bit dodgy already.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 400 meters. I guess that's the distance of a square. It's characteristic named for its porcelain bullets. The 7mm China doll defies its delicate name with a very deadly force. It is sleek and slippery enough to penetrate human flesh with brutal accuracy. However, upon impact with hard surfaces, concrete, brick, metal, the bullet shatters, leaving no point of impact. As a result, bullet trajectories are extremely difficult to determine.
Okay.
Developed by the Germans during World War II as part of an effort to manufacture alternative munitions, porcelain munitions were ultimately too costly and also ineffective against hard targets. After the war, the China doll was re-established by the BND as a covert anti-personnel round. It was allegedly used in the 1993 murder of CEO Gunther Muller.
Definitely not that.
Yeah, because it's we have solid trajectories.
Exactly. All
I wonder
right.
if because the 9mm can't be that, or maybe it's completely different construction. Primer, case, powder, hardened swag, A and B insert. I guess it is slightly different.
Oh, 1 second. Ramen wants to come say hello. Hello.
It could be that. I think it was just like if I did something dodgy, because I was sort of okay being braced, and they're not like shotguns. They weren't that hard. And I would have shot the AK first, which is the harder of the two, and like the one that bucks the most. So I think it was, yeah, I don't know what it was. Because I gathered that it was because he wasn't really holding me. It was just if I moved in a weird way, he'd feel it first.
Maybe you wanted to kiss Steve.
Yeah, it could be that.
And you
The
denied
diamond
him.
maker. Yeah, because that's the weird thing. Because I was like a little bit like, because you don't know what's like, it's that situation where you sort of don't know what's going to happen next. That you sort of just are sort of like easygoing, but afterwards, like I walked out and I wanted to thank him like properly afterwards, but we shuffled a bit and he didn't follow me into one of the rooms and was just like, and was of course because of the munitions and stuff, it's like once you're through, that's it. And it's like, oh, I want to thank him for allowing me to do it.
That's cool. All right, let's go to this weapon source. Here we go.
Weapon, nucleus, type 9mm rifle, range 200 meters. Yes, that's very unlikely. Experimental characteristics, an offshoot of the Nucleus Molecular Construction Initiative, a Defense Department project based in Menlo Park, California. The Nucleus 9mm uses the science of molecular machinery, nanotechnology, to break up the mass of a bullet at a molecular level following impact. Bullet identification is virtually impossible. History, S&T researchers have been unable to confirm a single successful test of the Nucleus 9mm. Its developer, AV Systems, has maintained channels only with the Defense Intelligence Agency.
Well, definitely not that.
It's got the same problem as a 7mm.
200 meters is nothing. Like you could almost kick a football 100 meters. So what, 2 of those?
Yes, it'd be it'd be a football oval, wouldn't it? 50-meter mark,
like
another 50 meters to the center.
Shit house. Like a slingshot could probably do about that.
Yeah.
All right, see if this got a nickname, because this is one we're going to choose.
The peg.
Electric phase change capacitor.
I think it'll just be listed as I guess peg, but I reckon it's just going to be listed as needle pack.
Peggy 18. All right, let's report it.
Opening email gateway.
I think we can cancel. It's just that when that drop down's there, you can't. So you have to select an option and go cancel if you want to.
Peg.
Yep.
Rams, don't lick my fingers while I'm clicking the mouse. That's gross.
Message sent.
All right. Report. Receive. Hey, you recorded that video real quick. Let's check this interesting image. Thorn. So it looks like the harmonica wasn't working alone in Red Square. I found this picture, which I had enhanced by some contacts of the National Photographic Interpretation Center. Thorn, here's the info I wanted to pass on. The NPIC snagged this image by enhancing Russian TV video from the assassination day. The same stuff you and I were watching at Sterling's office. Anyway, I had them run a mix and match on Harmonica's friends, but turned up 0. Show it around when you get to Russia. Maybe someone has a line on these two. Urgent meeting.
Thorne, I saw your analysis of the video. Harmonica was one of our top paramilitary ops. He left the agency about 2 years ago. I don't know how the hell he got the peg. We'd better meet with Sterling.
Okay. Where's PDA? Where's our quests? That was in here, wasn't it? In the
Case
Interlink.
Officer Thorne.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Interlink.
I was going to say the PDA.
Web link is what we don't want to click on. Comlink? No, not comlink. Data link.
Controlled access
Nope.
authenticated.
Let's check the news anyway.
Downloading National Intelligence Daily.
Jesus, it's hard to read. You want to read it, Steve?
Okay, Washington NID. Speaking to the nation this weekend radio address, President Brooks began spending the political cash he'd certainly en masse from an upcoming trip to Moscow, where he'll sign the end treaty with Russian President Polyakov. The president vowed to rein in the nuclear black market and make the world safe from thermonuclear extortion. Cape Canaveral, Florida. Newscape, the space shuttle Atlantis gingerly edged up to the Russian space station Mir Wednesday and docked with it. The move will be repeated many times in the planned construction of an international space station. Moscow, NID, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which dispatched advisors here in 1995, reports a new victory in its crackdown on Russian organized crime. Special agents recently helped Moscow police capture black marketeer Dmitry Bulgakov.
Nice. There is an ad break that is going to end in 3 seconds. Home. Let's go close PDA. Go back. How do we get out of here? Click here. We can't save the game. Interesting. Cancel. Maybe we have to back out. Main. Can we do it here? Can't save the game here either. Okay.
Maybe back out once more. That's what someone was complaining about, but then realized I think if you go to this screen, you can do it.
Okay. Yep. Beautiful. I don't know if that worked. There we go. I remember naming my PC back in the day something stupid like Giga Megatron or something. Alright, DCI Sterling.
Gene told me about Harmonica and the Peg. Things just keep getting worse.
Harmonica and the
An
Peg.
ex-agency man uses an agency weapon to assassinate a Russian political figure.
Even I wouldn't believe that we had nothing to do with it.
Harmonica couldn't have stolen one of our pegs without help from the inside. It is one of our most secret programs.
At this point, tracking down that peg may be our best lead to Harmonica. Somehow, the peg moved from a CIA facility out into the field.
Well, let's find that peg, and let's find this Harmonica. This is a goddamn political minefield.
These guys need to like the whiskey.
Oh, and don't forget about birdsong.
Okay. Alright. Bear with me for 1 second. I just have to turn the heater off. It is absolutely cooking. Steve, if you want to vamp for like 20 seconds?
Okay. Can't think of anyone. I don't think I've named computer a silly name. Now I usually just try to think of something random so that it's at least unique. Like Monty Python was the last one. Usually something like that, something the last thing I watched.
Alright. I just remembered as well, I could still hear you talking about PCs, that it was actually my last machine. Rob convinced me to call it the Thunder Lizard. I don't know exactly why, but he basically, when I told him the specs of it, he goes, "Fucking hell, that's a Thunder Lizard." So we called it Thunder Lizard.
Case Officer Thorne,
I had a thing
welcome to
recently where
Interlink.
I was at work and someone's gone. I think it was like they made a joke about 486, and someone's gone because there's a bunch of new devs, like young guys, and one young girl, and like one of the guys is gone. I don't think we're like half the people here is not going to know what we're talking about and it's not going to be interested in. And it's almost that thing of like I want to explain it and the why it moved to Pentium and why they did that, but it's like no one's going to be this moment of like no one's going to be interested in that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be the old man that's telling a story that no one wants to hear at work. So I avoided it.
I'm sitting on my mouse cable, so I've got like small movements. Come on, Rams. Oh, here's you.
It hasn't been that long since we completed the PEG ourselves, and our intel puts us years ahead of anyone else in electric gun technology. We built the whole thing in-house at the InfoSci facility. There wasn't even outsourcing for components. I put up a link to the security database for InfoSci. Check it out. Maybe the thief left us a clue.
Okay. That's interesting.
Your dad kept a 486 around for years because he wrote a program on it he still needed but wouldn't run on anything more modern. He's an engineering, not programmer. I was always on the tail end of that side of stuff, Saiku, when I worked for Racing Victoria, which is like the horse racing people that look after the Melbourne Cup. A lot of their systems were like programmed in like 3.1 or at best 95. And it just couldn't, like, we still had to run it because it wasn't upgraded. I think it was like custom built. So even like 10 years ago, it was still running on that, and it was the fucking worst.
Yeah, there's always those things, and then that was replaced later by you have a web program, but it only runs on certain versions of Explorer.
Yeah.
Like you have to be like, this computer, you can't upgrade Explorer past 4 because otherwise the program is supposed to run on it won't work. I remember all those ones.
They need like a DOS box for all those old programs.
Yeah.
Not your usual suspects.
All right, Thorne. Jamie told me she called up a security model on the Info Science Company. We've been using these since the Aldrich Ames mess. People figured we should have known he was a bad apple because his work habits were irregular. So now everyone keeps tabs on everybody. Thorne, you've got to get to know these InfoSci people. They're the only 4 who had access to that weapon. Security breaches don't just happen. You'll have links to phone taps, security camera photos, voice recognition, even elevator records. Hopefully our thief left some footprints. Or voice prints. Good luck.
It's interesting that this guy said that we should have known about this guy because he's a little bit crazy. I had a scenario. I think you know this, Steve. Maybe not, but I used to work at a company called IPEX, which is a computer hardware manufacturer. Anyway, during that time, we worked with this guy by the name of Mark Robinson, and he was always a bit of clown shoes craziness. He would always drive through the car park on 2 wheels. Like you'd hear speed hump and try and go on 2 wheels. You'd ask him how his weekend was, and he would always say really strange, odd things. Like the one thing I remember is he said that some teenagers were annoying him or something, and he wanted to smoke their organs. Whatever, weird stuff. Things that is just you don't want to hear from anybody. Anyway, it gets worse. Crazy computer guys. Well, he tried to hijack a plane that was going to Tasmania, your favorite Saiku. And he went on a plane with some wooden stakes and stabbed a lot of flight attendants with these wooden stakes. No one died from it, but So, as far as I know from memory, his reasoning of wanting to hijack the plane was to crash it into Tasmania because Tasmania's old name used to be Van Diemen's Land, and he thought that that's where the devil lived. And by crashing the plane into Van Diemen's Land, he would save everybody. So yeah, he went. He didn't get any prison time, I don't believe. I think he went to a psychiatric institution for a long time. But it was the same thing that you always see on the news. It's like people, neighbors and friends would go, "Oh, but he was such a lovely guy," and it's like that's not the case at all. At least the person that I knew was bonkers. They were not a nice guy. Like I guess he wasn't a mean guy or nice in a sense is that he wasn't hostile or aggressive to me.
You got the aura from him, like the
nurse.
the weird comments.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. There's something about him.
I always wondered that because that's probably the same with the Port Arthur massacre, which to anyone listening, we had a mass shooting, and it's the reason why we banned semi-automatic weapons straight off the bat, regardless of licensing. That prompted that, but the guy that there was a whole bunch of people that said, "Oh, he's." The one thing they said was he's very quiet and kept to himself, but otherwise they said, "Oh, he's a nice person and kind of looked like a weirdo." Like I assume that's I just can't believe that. It feels like you would like your story. Like if you talk to someone who actually saw him, that's not saying like talking to the cameras, they'd be like, "I said weird stuff," like not mean, but said weird stuff occasionally.
Yeah, it's the type of person like that if you know them or have met them before, you always be nice to them because if something does happen and they snap, you want them to sort of see you and just walk away. Yuck. Anyway, possible lead, Maxine Foster. Saw that photo Jamie pulled up from the Dubansky assassination. Very interesting. In fact, I might have a contact at the SRV who can ID Harmonica's partners in crime, Max Foster. Okay. Close PDA. Save. Gripes. Okay, whew. I got no CDs.
Case Officer Thorne, welcome to Interlink.
CDs, nuts, Psycho. Hang on. Second.
Psycho is a stealth filth bag.
Damn straight she is. Alright, where are we going in here? Tommy's in town.
Just pulled Harmonica's passport from UK immigration. Harmonica's in Moscow. Watch your backside.
Do you say Moscow or Moscow?
I guess Moscow? No. Moscow.
Now that I asked the question, I forget which way I say as well. And
yeah. I think it's something between the two.
Just Mosque. Your colleague, Mr. Lang, has been on Harmonica's trail. But our boy Phillips isn't the only one in his sights at Moscow. I'm sure you know. Take a glance. Thank you for ordering Interlink News. Please wait while the broadcast is requested. Brooks to Moscow. Oh.
Is that? That's the same one. I say we now have received it.
Oh, we received it. Cool. President en route.
President Brooks is readying for a trip to Moscow in a few days to sign the end treaty with Russian President Alexander Polyakov. Many see the end treaties as a welcome relief to the Russian nuclear arms problem. Alexander Polyakov welcomes the joint denuclearization policy. Others, such as presidential candidate Arkady Trebanov, see the treaty as a weakening of Russian might. Trebanov said, "It is an outrage that Russia's own president will sign away Russian security for a few dollars, and the Russian people must not let Polyakov auction away their strength to the highest bidder." President Brooks' visit to Russia will include a tour of Moscow, a presidential gala, and, to quote President Brooks himself, a few days of R&R.
That's rest and relaxation for the common folk. Okay. What's this nuclear threat? All right, we're downloading.
That's gonna be the same. So let me click back. Maybe NID Online is what he was talking about.
Downloading National Intelligence Daily.
I know that's the one we saw before, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
All right, here we go.
Sources in Moscow say there was a break-in at a nuclear facility north of the city sometime in the past several days. Russian military officials confirm the break-in, but deny that nuclear materials may have been taken. Intelligence sources suspect Russian mafia involvement. Russian black marketeers, in league with the thriving Russian mafia, frequently steal food and medical supplies for resale to a beleaguered public. It now appears they are moving into the more lucrative arms business.
Okay. Let's go to the station. Ooh, dirty alleyway with the piss river.
It's gonna be the I think even as a kid, there's a kid that remind me of Legacy Larry. Like you get down the alley and just get murdered by a random thug.
Oh, that, you know what that reminds me as well. Do you remember Alley Cat?
Yeah, I was thinking of that for like if I did Dusting, but that's one of those ones that's definitely not CPU timed and it needs a most load program to make it work properly.
Oh, okay. It just goes in fast forward.
Oh no, maybe not. That actually might be the one that works. I don't remember Alley Cat though, because I was thinking that should maybe be on the DOS stream.
Alley Cat was.
But then I kept forgetting it. I kept remembering it when I wasn't at the computer.
All right.
That and Shadow was a ninja game I remember liking, but I probably don't remember the name of it enough. Was it like Dad's Work? I remember that's the only time I've ever seen it, but I actually liked it.
Let's go to the alleyway with full of piss. Look at it. Juicy, juicy stream.
Just the whole ring.
You'll ever have a sneeze coming out, and when it comes, you make it as big and ridiculous as you can? Nah.
I used to do that for every sneeze when I was a kid, and I stopped doing it.
Because people said, Steve, stop fucking doing that.
No one ever said anything, but I realized how obnoxious it is when I saw other people doing it.
There's Duna cover just hanging over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess because when I hear someone in the supermarket or whatever for doing that, I think, what a dickhead. And I don't do it because then I would be that dickhead. Oh, you only do it in private? Okay. Is there nothing here?
No, I think this might be used later.
That's where the piss trail ends.
Okay. Should have a leak now, just to add to the source of the piss tree.
Exactly. You got to make it link up to the pipe.
Yeah.
Okay, no pixel hunter yet. Okay, let's go to the lobby instead. Let's all go to the lobby.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Max Foster.
Hi.
Step into my office.
Okay.
Oh, she's from something too.
Better a private dicking than a public dicking, right?
Gene Warhurst told me you're poking into the Russian mafia.
Boy, are we.
You want to talk to Yuri Gromchevsky. He's with the SVR.
Where do I find him? Oh, we've actually got dialogue tree now. Or
Yeah.
choice.
I just remembered one of the mini games later.
Who is Yuri Gamosonov?
Yuri works with the SVR's Mafia Crimes Unit. He'll help with your investigation of the Russian mafia's involvement in the peg theft.
Peg theft?
Send him a copy of the image you grabbed of the assassin. He's looking into it.
Okay. And how do I contact Yuri?
I'll shoot Yuri's number to your PDA. You can call him from your office.
PDA, personal desktop assistant? Is that what it? No, what does D stand for?
Personal data assistant.
Okay. Is there a place where I can work?
You can have Pearson's old office down the hall. Nothing fancy. Just a place to collect your thoughts, review notes, make calls, and use a computer.
Is there a chance the track could bend?
We've had Birdsong investigating the Mafia because we want to keep an eye on their efforts to recruit Russian scientists. They're starting to deal in technical secrets, and we'd like to keep track of what they're selling and to whom. The problem is, he's a scientist, not a spy, and they're on to him. They want him to prove his loyalty.
Prove his loyalty? I called the big one Pikey.
Kill a man. Local Mafia thug. They've even tried to give him a gun.
So, you've got Birdsong ready to talk.
I've set a meeting. It's not standard operating procedure, but we don't have a choice. He reluctantly agreed to meet in his apartment. The only place he feels safe these days.
What kind of intel can he get?
He says he can get more information about the president's hit.
Should I meet Birdsong?
It's not my call. It's yours.
Oh.
Your mission is priority 1. But if you want my opinion, we shouldn't do it.
You're a narc. She's a Russian spy. What's that constant grinding noise?
We asked for a new security system 2 years ago, but we're still stuck with 1970s technology. 1 minute max, we call it. And no reference to me. It covers the room in a minute flat.
A minute. There's not going to be any issues getting around that.
Wondering if, like, I wouldn't have thought this as a kid. I'm just thinking now, wonder if that was like part of the thing of just like an interesting thing to put in, or whether there's some sort of like air conditioner they couldn't isolate from sound, and rather than ADR everything, they had to point out a camera making the noise.
That's pretty clever. Where is everyone?
Everybody's in the field. I'm all that's left to mine the store since the budget cuts. It's not usually this deserted, but...
Ooh, okay. Let's see. Should we... Don't kick your eye, Rams.
Has she done that before?
Yeah, she does occasionally scratches her eye because she's trying to just scratch an itch and she hits her eye with her... She had a little bit of an eye before, actually. All right, Rams. All right, let's go to the interrogation. That sounds... Oh, actually, let's check out
Case
Mom
Officer
first.
Thorne, welcome to Interlink.
Yuri's number. Thorne, told you I'd shoot Yuri's number, so here it is. 233-4819. Write it down. Max. There she is. Kicking. She's still here. She's like literally right there. All right, close PDA. Let's go to the interrogation. That sounds like fun. Oof. Got the mood lighting and everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's the scene that the minicam I suddenly remembered was basically this room, but there's nothing to do until we have someone detained.
Okay. Let's go to the bullpen. Oh, is that like an electric chair?
This is actually what I was thinking of.
Oh. What is this? Can't click on it yet. Okay. Let's go to Pearson. This reminds me a lot of the X-Files game. All right.
Case Officer
Yep.
Thorne, welcome to Interlink.
Soundhack is your friend, Seaton. Jamie, eh? Steve, do you want to read this one?
Hey, Thorne. Don't know if you read about the IAT on the CIA access page, but I just wanted to remind you that your earpiece has a little added feature I like to call the sound hack. Just use the code word newsflash, and you can page me at any time you're in a bind. I can also send one spine-crushing noise to the IAT, throw the strongest person off balance. I've prepped a sound hack test just to give you a taste, Jamie.
Let's do it.
The intra-oral transmitter is a case officer's connection to CIA headquarters. Look how deep it goes into the person's ear. Communication is facilitated with a high-frequency spread spectrum technology. Communications are piggybacked onto signals sent by the GPS, Global Positioning Satellite, in case we didn't know that, in 1990, whatever it was. Transmitter in a case officer's personal digital instead of data. Personal digital assistant.
Hack sound notes. Or test.
I think the deep version.
No time for details, just remember. I programmed a voice link into your PDA. You can reach me whenever you want. Just say newsflash and you'll automatically open the comm channel to me.
Wow. That's a yuck sound. That's like track 1 on the CD player again.
Yeah, it is pretty much that.
All right, you want to read that one?
Okay, the word newsflash opens a channel to me. The second part of the sound hack is a high-pitched noise that damages the cochlea. Trying to think of a joke out of that. Disorienting anyone wearing earpieces in the vicinity. Why have the sound hack functionality? Case officers tend to be around security guards and other thugs who happen to be wearing electronic communication. I can protect the case officer at the same time I disable others.
Ooh.
The sound hack was developed after the assassination of United Nations peace negotiator Martin Stoll in 1991. The killer was a rogue security agent who was communicating with fellow guards and an undercover case officer. He would have been stopped.
Great. So that's like a Bond gadget.
Yeah.
All right. Close PDA. Let's have a look what we've got here. Oh, we've got the number that we can call Yuri. Hopefully it records what it was. It did say for us to write it down, though.
Yeah, I was wondering whether I should just... Because I thought I should record it. I was wondering if I should have written it down just to make it... Parker, no!
Oh, no! He was harder. It was... What? When were we going to learn about this? Now?
Yeah. This is... No, so no one knows his status. This is the bad guys giving us a message. He's the red shirt. He's got to show how dangerous the people we are up against are by having him wipe out one of the members of our team.
1 sec. I just got to let Lisa in. She was locked out in the rain. All right, here we go. Oh, hello.
Case Officer Thorne, welcome to Interlink.
It's you and Wasai.
I am looking at the photo of Parker. He is not the only one out of commission. Lang is MIA. I had to cut his PDA out of the loop in case he's been captured. Hate to say it, Thorne, but it's down to you and Asai.
Who was Lang? Lang was the other colored gentleman?
I thought it was the pretty boy.
Let's have a look.
The male model.
Oh, we've got Newslink first. Dirty Politics.
Yeah, so is he dead, or is he in hiding, or has he flipped? That's the question, which I actually don't remember, so I don't even know the answer.
Russian President Alexander Polyakov is being accused by supporters of presidential candidate Arkady Trebanov of using strong-arm tactics to push through the ratification of the End Treaty. Polyakov recently revoked Parliament's ability to approve foreign treaties, something that most Russian political analysts say he is not empowered to do. Critics of Polyakov say he is actually backpedaling from democracy by signing this treaty with the United States. Polyakov made no public comment on the matter.
Okay. Let's quickly go to The data area, data link.
Controlled access authenticated.
CIA.
Welcome to the Central Intelligence Agency.
How do we view it? Was it about? Nope. History? Nope.
Power play compartment accessed.
here
201
it was.
files accessed. Level routine.
Lang. Oh,
Lang,
okay, it was the pretty
Theodore
boy.
Hewitt.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We got a phone. Oh, we're gonna have to get it out of the PDA. How do I get back?
I thought you just went to the edge of the screen.
Doesn't look like it. Do you mind quickly Googling, Steve, what Yuri's number is? And then we'll just do it in case it like does a cutscene and backs out. In the meantime, I'm going to call 911 in Russia. Nope.
233.
There it was. There.
There we go.
We'll call him anyway.
4819.
Here we go.
Gromchevsky here.
This is Thorne from the CIA.
Hello, Thorne. I'm expecting your call.
Did you receive the photo Max sent over?
Yes, I have received photo from Foster.
Can you help me?
You have called the right man. Come over any time. My office is in Yasenevo.
Hello? Hello? I think the line was cut. Love that link.
There it is. Yep.
All right. Come over anytime. We didn't go to Foster yet, did we? We went to Pearson. Oh, we did. This is... Oh, no, we didn't. Said... Oh, okay, we did. It was that old mate. Oh. Oh, yeah, so you can flip through the items this way?
Yep. I forgot that. I'm going to keep the photo of the guy with his brains bashed out.
Yeah.
And our thing.
Oh, we can back out. Let's go to the piss alley again, do you think? Or... Oh, no, here we go. We can back out all the way. We didn't go to Birdsong.
I haven't been to the other two locations. Didn't think we knew where you lived.
Hello.
I wish you didn't come here. They'll find
That's
out.
from various things.
You've got to get me more information on the assassination.
I cannot. Do you know what I must do to get that information?
He's from a Star Trek
They
thing
question
too.
my loyalty. They want me to kill a young mafioso to prove my loyalty. I cannot do this.
Oh, we can choose. But President Brooks is in danger.
How can you balance one man's life against another's?
I remember being angry with him when he said that when I was a kid.
Just try to set a meeting with your contact, please.
I will consider this. Now, please, forgive me if I don't show you out. Good afternoon.
It's in his house. You could just show him the door? That's crazy. Okay. We'll go to Yezevno, and then after that we'll save it and call it for this episode.
Hello.
Hello.
You must be Thorne of the CIA.
It
is my pleasure to meet you.
And to you too. That's a firm handshake you got there. Nice, thank you.
Some the bargain bin Tim Curry.
My general has had talks with your Mr. Sterling about the Dubansky incident, and he is satisfied that it was, as you say, a former agent acting alone. I am a good soldier, so I must also be satisfied. How can I be of assistance?
Well, did you find anything in that photo that Max sent over?
Yes, they are mafia. Perhaps they are Chechen or Ngushi, but I'm not sure. But I know who can tell. Господин Кольогин, американский здесь. Заходите, пожалуйста, чтобы его встретить.
It's very convincing Russian.
Oh, Юра, привет. Как называется? Ola Kalugin, this is Thorne of the CIA.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you, Thorne.
Oh, look, do you happen to know the two men in the background of this photograph?
Well, this picture was obviously taken when Fyodor Dobransky was assassinated.
Yes.
The one on the left is called Ilya. He used to be called the Hammer.
Oh, yes, he was the one who was shot in the head by one of his henchmen over a pair of blue jeans.
That's right, over the pair of blue jeans. Can you imagine?
Yes.
Well, the other one is Uzbek. I do not know him by name. Sorry.
Thank you. Спасибо за эту встречу.
Спасибо тоже. Рад видеться. Надеюсь, мы повстречаемся с Даниэлой скоро.
Вот спасибо, да нет, тоже само дело. Суббота?
Okay.
Someone translate, please.
До свидания.
До свидания. Хорошо.
Did you know that was very rude, gentlemen? Lockpick. You have problems with the mafia?
That is an understatement. The mafia is everywhere these days. They are even behind one of the presidential candidates, Arkady Cherbanov.
Can you prove that Cherbanov is a mafia candidate?
I have proof. In my heart, I have proof. I know Cherbanov has his hands in their pockets. I will get the proof.
Thank you. Tell me more about Cherbanov.
You have come to the right man. I will set up meeting. You will see for yourself.
Okay.
I will call you when it is time.
Appreciate it. Thanks for your help. Good to meet you.
It has been good to meet you, Thorne.
Nice. Can we... We can save it here. Excellent. Let's do it on save 2. And we will call it... Mafia... stuff. That'll do. Awesome. Well, episode 1 in the bag. I appreciate you all hanging out to go through this game. This is Steve's pick, and it's bringing back some nostalgia flashbacks, that's for sure. I don't think I got further than this, but I'm excited to see where it goes, for sure. Artie Fine's in the house, stealth viewing.
Hey.
Good to see you. Now,
So
you
what
go
do you
on.
think so far?
I think it's fun. I think at the time some of the controls, you just have to accept what the controls were. I think with a modern update they could tweak a few things to make it a little bit user friendly, but otherwise I like it. I think it was more moving around the when we were trying to find the tanks. You have to zoom around rather than grabbing the picture and sort of dragging it across to move this sort of camera across the image. Having to zoom all the way back out and then zoom back in and zoom all the way back out. That was kind of, yeah. But good stuff. What do you think? When was the last time you played it, Steve?
I would have been when I was little, like a teenager. Pretty much most of the stuff I sort of forgot until I saw, but it's pretty much what I remember. Hasn't really disappointed me. That's why I was surprised the giant bomb guys were down on it, because it's like and when compared to others, like I always heard about the Daedalus encounter being that was pushed a lot, and then when you see a playthrough of it, it's like some of the things are kind of arbitrary and dodgy, and whereas this one's a little bit more polished, I guess, at least, regardless of what you think of the setting. But yeah, that's sort of what I remember.
That's good. Do you have an idea of how far through it we are? Just a rough idea?
I think we're near the start. I would guess a fifth.
Fifth? Okay.
Maybe.
That's
Still might be underestimating. Could be further than that, but I just think about the puzzles. Like, we've gone through a fair amount of ones I probably wouldn't know best, but yeah, think of all the other puzzles. I think there's still a fair bit.
Cool. Look forward to it then. Awesome. Well, we'll do a raid. I picked something that we're going to raid. He was a contestant on Australian Survivor, and he is currently doing something in relation to it. So we'll send you guys across there, and we will catch you next time. Locking you guys in the raid cannon. Oop, runs.